Good morning, Let's. It's Friday, April 5th, 2013. This is my blog for Veda. Today I'm going to give you my top 5 list of top 5s. First, books. I like the Pendragon series by DJ McHale, because it's amazing. The Giver by Louis Lowry, or is it Lois Lowry? Whoever. It's amazing. I like this book because it's a futuristic society that could be ours at one point in time, where one person is in charge of holding all of the memories that the rest of humanity doesn't want to deal with, basically. I think it's beautifully written, the end is amazing, and then the sequel is also really good. I recommend this one. Next is the entire Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, all 4. I picked this up at Barnes & Noble for like 10 bucks. It's great. If you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it. This one's actually going out to my coworker because I made a lot of jokes today about the life, the universe, and everything, and she didn't get anything, so guess who gets to read this next? Next is the Artemis Fowl series, and I can't pronounce their name, so yeah. I like it because it's a rich, smart kid who basically has no friends and finds the supernatural world, you know, fairies and goblins and stuff like that. And I think that's just amazing because, I don't know, I've always wanted to do something like that, and I've always assumed that there's like goblins and fairies and centaurs and, you know, living underground or just outside of reach, and eventually we could be able to find them if they wanted to be found. And I really like Foley. He's one of my favorite characters. I think he's really misunderstood. That may just be the IT guy in me talking, though. Last but not least is The Tao of Pooh and Dave Piglet, written by Benjamin Hoff. These are really good books because they relate Taoism to something that everyone knows, the story of Winnie the Pooh. You know, how Pooh is a Taoist master because he doesn't do anything, and then Piglet does little things, and I didn't really get this. I've read this one, but I haven't really understood it. This is my favorite. Next up, songs! So my favorite song by far is Strange Charm by Hank Green because it's learning, and it was the only song I listened to for like 3 weeks, so I know all the words, and it's just brilliant. Next is Sandstorm by Darude. It's one of my favorites because it's the perfect dance party. It's, you know, what else is there to say? It's a dance party. So next is Good Morning Sunshine by Alex Day. It's been out for a little while, but I just ran into it when I was looking for songs to go up for Let's Go to Washington. I just like how catchy it is. Another one is Simple Song by The Shins. They actually performed this here in Bend when they were here last May for their concert. It was on their new album, and I just like how it's... yeah. And last but not least is I Know by Hank Green. I really like that because it's only got 10 words and it's really difficult to get all the words in the right order. Alright, now for musicals. Hands down, favorite musical of all time, Evil Dead the Musical. I'm Oprah. Evil Dead the Musical, if you haven't heard of it, I'm a little bit disappointed in you. It's about 5 college students who go to an abandoned cabin in the woods where no one knows where they are, and they awaken an ancient evil that tries to take over their souls. And yeah, it's based on Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness, and it's hilarious. There's blood, zombies, funny zombies. Next is Assassins. It's about people who attempted to kill or succeeded in assassinating US presidents. It's kind of a humorous look at some dark times in American history, and the songs are just catchy, and it was a lot of fun to work on, and I still sing it. Next is Working. It's about people who work for a living and their stories, and we actually finished this one a couple months ago and still singing it. So next is Honk. It's a musical about the Ugly Duckling and the whole story there. It's really funny. I worked on Honk Jr. About a year ago, and it was just amazing. And then of course Avenue Q has to be on there because it's Sesame Street for adults with freaking puppets. How could you not want that? Alright, my favorite shows, Doctor Who, duh, who doesn't like time travel? Big Bang Theory because people tell me I act a lot like Sheldon, and I tend to agree because I do need a sarcasm sign. Shin-chan's my favorite anime of all time, because 5-year-old who likes to show his butt, totally me. You can barely keep pants on this kid. I like Parks and Recreation because Amy Poehler is amazing, and then Invader Zim because who doesn't like Invader Zim? Nickelodeon, that's who. So picking out my top 5 favorite movies, it was a little bit difficult because I don't watch movies a lot, but I had to go with District 9 because it totally relates to just how we as humans treat other humans, and then they took that and related it to aliens. I just thought that was amazing. WALL-E because WALL-E. Pete's Dragon, it was my favorite when I was a kid. I just like the idea of the little dragon, or the dragon following him around, and I liked Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I had that one memorized by the 4th time I saw it. And then pretty soon I didn't even need to watch it. I could just, you know, do all the emotions, and it was great. Best way to spend 8th grade. And then my new favorite is How to Train Your Dagron. It was awesome. Alright, so that's Ho's top 5 list of top 5s. I hope you enjoyed it. What are your guys's? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you tomorrow. The day of piglet in your pants. The Tao of poo in your pants. The giver in your pants.